Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for September 16th through the 22nd. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Blue is slowly but surely waking up. He just heard his name and he's staring at me, and that's never a good sign. Anyways, the overall energy for the reading, the Knight of Pentacles. You're moving slowly, moving forward towards something here. There's slow movement. I'm not sure if it's on your part or if it's just the energy of this ongoing kind of because you are dealing with somebody else here. If it's just the energy of how it's moving, you know, or if it's self-imposed as in, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm just going to take it slow because that's how I decided. We'll see. In the recent past, the Page of Swords, the Three of Cups, the King of Swords. Yeah, something happened here. There's definitely a soul connection. It came together in a nice way. It opened up slowly, and then it went into full-blown, okay, this is happening, you know. And that could apply to maybe it's a friendship. Maybe it's someone you're working with. I have no idea. But something, you know, God definitely came together there. In the current situation, the Six of Cups, the Chariot, the Five of Cups, there's a little bit of a drag, you know, kind of an energy. So this situation that you got going on with someone is definitely moving forward, and it does feel like it's on the right track. It's kind of dragging its feet at this point in time. So it could be the energy of this situation that's moving slow rather than you saying, I want to move slow with this. Something happened in the past that someone is kind of still lingering on. Maybe there was a fight or a disagreement or something, and maybe one of you said, okay, you know, I got past this, I'm fine. But the other one is like, I got past this too. Ish, you know? So not really. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a big deal. It's one of those things where it's like if you would just kind of work with that energy, it would probably be easily transmuted out of the way, you know. But because of that, things are kind of, even though they're progressing a little slower than they should, you know. In the immediate future, the Knight of Swords, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords, things are picking up again, you know, and quite clear. There's no more interference here. So there's definitely that, okay, you know, we're rolling here. We're rolling with the punches. It feels good. All right. Well, let's see. Let's clarify. Let me do the Knight of Pentacles. You get the Three of Wands, the Lovers, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, there's some resistance here somewhere. Again, not sure if it's from you or from the other side, but it's definitely from one of you. It's from within. From within the connection, which feels like it's slowing things down or something, you know. And this could be not even necessarily, oh, you know, we had a disagreement and blah blah. It could be that either you are going through something outside of the situation that is affecting the situation, or they are, you know. Could be something like that. So it doesn't have to be that it happened within. But it is affecting the within right now. Let's do the Page of Swords in the recent past, the Hangman, the Five of Swords, the Ace of Swords. It does show up initially as barely starting out, barely picking up the pace in this one, you know, within this connection here that you got going on with someone. And that energy is quite deceptive because it's one of those, you know, if you feel like something is happening here, just go with it. But somebody decided to be like, no, I'll just wait. I'll just wait and see if this wants to. So there's almost like an interference from the get-go here, you know? I can't tell who's who at this point. If that was you, if that was them, but one of you. Because the energy shows up clearly as, you know, the path is open. Just go for it. And then whoever sees that and understands that energy is like, I'll just wait a minute. And it's not even about we'll take it slow. It's about, because I don't want to. Yeah, but coast is clear. And you got the green light and you got everything. You know, you got all the signs and everything's good here. I'm like, So again, not sure where that came from. But for the Three of Cups, you get the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Do I take that as fear? I think I would. Maybe that's why there's this pause, long pause before. Yeah. It's a past experience. It's something that has nothing to do with this. So it's like, okay, let's say I had a best friend 10 years ago. And man, they hurt me or I hurt them or something happened there. Ugly. And then, you know, this whole idea of a new best friend shows up right now in front of me. And I'm like, I'm feeling it. It's there. I got the green light. It's like, oh, best friend. Clearly. Yeah. But I'm like, okay. But, you know, that whole situation 10 years ago, I don't think I should. No, I'm probably never going to have a best friend ever again. Because of what happened 10 years ago. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why this was so bumpy to begin with. But I do see the desire for things to change. I do see the desire for, well, if I don't open up to this and I'll never have a best friend ever again, then why the fuck am I living on planet Earth? That's why we're here, right? To have experiences, to open up to experiences, right? Right. Then what the fuck am I doing, you know? So, I don't think that's you. Now that I'm kind of leaning towards, I think you were part of this, but I don't think, it could have been. For the King of Swords, you get the Hierophant, the Five of Cups, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's two parts to this, right? There's two energies here. One is showing up with that whole 10 years ago kind of a situation, and because of that I'm never going to open up again. The other energy brings their own baggage here. The other energy shows up very assertive, very, you know what, if this is not happening, I got places to be, I got things to do, like I'm not going to sit around here and wait forever kind of a deal. But they're not coming from a place of putting pressure or, you know, like, okay, hurry up and make up your mind. No, that's just how they are. They got their own baggage because it looks like a little bit of a authoritative or controlling kind of an energy, you know, a little bit. It's there, you know. And it's not about chop, you need to make up your mind. Again, it's not about that. It's just that's kind of how they are. Okay. All right. Quite the interesting start to this. Let's do the Six of Cups. In the current situation, you get the Fool, the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Cups. There's a sense of more openness to this from a more heartfelt space. There's almost the desire to not do that, but it's still happening. So it's one of those, it could show up as one of those, I think I care for them more than I plan to, you know? Kind of showing up like that a little bit. Like at the end of the day, yeah, I care for whoever this is. Okay. This is a weird dynamic here. I don't know what it is, but for the Chariot, you get the King of Swords, the Chariot again, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there's again that chop kind of an energy of, you know. So that energy remains constant for sure. The energy of time is money. You know, that's kind of what they're giving me here. While the other energy is going through a process of, because of 10 years ago, I'm not going to open up, and then waking up one day and believing that, you know, I think I got invested more than I planned to, and things like that. So, Interesting. Let me do the Five of Cups. This is definitely the evolution of whatever this is. For the Five of Cups, you get the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Emperor. Why is someone keeping themselves guarded so much? A lot of it has to do with the authoritative kind of an energy. This is very interesting because it goes back to father figure, kind of a wounding. That's why they're having a hard time to open up to this, but they still are. But they really don't want to because it brings up some wounds tied up to, and I feel like that's you, ultimately. The one that's going through this process of, no, I'm not gonna, then I will, then I won't because 10 years ago, but then, ooh, they grew on me shit. Because they're the ones that are keeping it steady there. You're the one that says, I don't want this energy, but I'm invested in it. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of circling back around to the energy that they hold that reminds you of this potential father figure wounding. Let's do the Knight of Swords. In the immediate future, you get the Ace of Pentacles, the World card, the Devil. You may change approaches here. I see you completely deciding, I'm going to change the story. I'm going to change everything about the story. Where my approach to this will come from a place of because I want to. And I will do things in a very different way. You show up very different here. You flipped yourself 100%. You completely flipped your story here. In terms of how you approach this. There's no more, oh, let me open, let me not, let me 10 years ago, let me, I care for them. No, it's like, okay, let me figure it out. Do I want this? Yes, okay, let's go for it. We're changing stories here. Completely. You know? Wow. I didn't see that coming. Okay, let's do the Hierophant. The Tower, the Five of Wands, the Magician. It might not be pretty, you know, even if you are changing the story and you're coming from a place of, because this is what I want. But I feel like you're expecting this, that, okay, it might be challenging, but hey, I made a decision. This is what I want. I'm going to stick to it. And I know there'll be challenges coming, but as long as I got my eyes on the prize. Yeah, it might be challenging. And it might be challenging even as you completely change your story. Because let's say you are showing up like this in front of whoever this is. And as I said, they're keeping their energy quite constant. They might show up looking at you completely flipping your story around. And even though you're showing up in a much healthier way and better and much more clear, they might be looking at you and be like, what the fuck? Who are you? You know, who are you and what have you done with cancer? You know what I mean? So it could be very, very bumpy. It could get bumpy along the way. But again, I feel like you're anticipating that. For the Ace of Swords, in the immediate future, you get the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords. You definitely have a very different drive here. Like, you're coming from a place of making up your mind. Do I want this? Yes. Okay, let's go for it. You're slowing down there towards the end because I feel like you're putting a lot of energy into this the minute you decide that this is what you want. So there's definitely a sense of, okay, let's chill for a minute. Because there's a drive here that I don't know where it's coming from. I see it coming from the decision of changing the story completely and not showing up so wobbly in this. You know, more concise, more clear. Like, okay, this is what I want. Okay, let's go for it. That's a lot of drive, though. That's a lot of energy. So it's kind of normal that you're taking that little step back there to, okay, that's too much. You know, like, let's balance it out. Let's let it happen now. I invested a lot of my energy into this. Now let's see what happens. You know, that's kind of how I'm taking that. So it's not a bad thing necessarily. It's a really interesting reading. It's a lot your journey within this situation. you know, not even theirs, because they're remaining quite stable from what I can see here. But it's interesting what it brings up for you along the way, and how from what it brings up for you, you're deciding to do things in a very different way, you know, to try something else for a change. So quite interesting. Let's do the universe. The Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Five of Swords. Yeah, because the way that things are working up until this time where you change the story, which is showing up in the immediate future, the way you're going about things, it's almost like you could stop along the way and even ask yourself, why the fuck am I even doing this? Like, there's no involvement here. There's no... So I feel like at some point in time, you're going to stop and ask yourself, what do I want from this? And from that, you're finding your end goal and keeping your eyes on the prize. And then, you know, things change completely. Because right now you're showing up, investing in this, putting energy into this. From an emotional standpoint, there's nothing there. So it's quite deceptive. It's like, at the end of the day, why are you even here? What is this for you? And what do you want from this? And somewhere between the current situation and the immediate future, I see you completely making up your mind what you want out of this. And then not only that, charging for that. You know, so there's definitely from here to then, there's definitely a pocket of space in which you probably are asking yourself, what is this? What is my investment here? What is my involvement here? What is my presence here? What do I want from this? You know? So interesting, but that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.